In what ways do your media product use, develop or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? Alright, okay, so what I've got to say first is that I think when developing our film we actually looked at several different films, mainly film noirs and neo-noirs, but also we got some concept from programs and films which weren't actually from the same genre but have action and sort of scenes which we thought could work well to complement the actual film noir and neo-noir style. So some things that we actually looked at. First of all, let's go over the costumes that we used. First of all, I will start with the femme fatale. Here is our femme fatale and how we displayed her. She had, when you first see her, she was wearing a long red dress with the leg slit, with a slit down the leg shown there, which is seductive and straight away brings the audience to her as they find her attractive. If you look at Gangster Squad here is a very similar dress worn by Emma Stone. Gangster Squad is not, in fact, a film noir, but has similar concepts at points. So with this, if you actually watch, yeah, as you can see, she's got a similar red dress on. It cuts to and from her. She's got the red lipstick as well with that leg. I'll take that back to that leg slit. So, and I'll take it back over here as well. There we are. See, as you can see, they're actually very similar dresses, and they are similar roles, to be honest, of the female character who is actually trying to get her away. She seems very in control of things. Both have a drink, both are at a bar. They're very, very, very similar shots. It's what we got a good idea from. Right, next I'll show you the male characters' costumes. We wanted them to be well presented. We wanted them to wear quite smart costumes, quite smart outfits. I'll show you. Here, that is George's character, who is less smartly dressed, but still in the smart clothes, but with the top button undone, shirt untucked. And there's me. I've got I'm dressed more smartly in the jacket, tie, smart, top button done up, everything like that. I'll show you. We wanted to do it smartly because it's kind of, they're detectives, and it's similar to, if I can find it, here we are, the LA Confidential. If you see, these are the main characters of the detectives. They're wearing the suits. It makes them look powerful, makes them look clever, smart, sophisticated, all of that sort of thing. But with George's character, his costume, we did want him to look smart, but we wanted him to have a more likeable nature, a more relatable, and yeah, that sort of character. So we didn't dress him slightly as smart, and through the whole thing he doesn't actually change his costume, because you get attached to his costume, but it's because he doesn't actually go home. But I'll show you on Brick, which is a neo-noir, but it's really well done, but we've got quite a few concepts from it. I'll show you at 30 seconds. Look, there is his costume. I'll mute that. There is his costume, which he does not actually remove throughout the whole film. Similar to, here is him at a different point. And I'll show you one more. I'll display it from here. Once again, at another different point. Yeah, so he stays, but it makes you kind of a link to the character. Like he wears that throughout the whole piece, and that makes you kind of, yeah, find him a relatable. Although it's not a smart costume. With George, it's a similar kind of concept. Like he's wearing smart clothes, but he's wearing them in a kind of baggy way, and quite a cool way to make it seem as though it's a more relatable character for the audience. I'll show you a few different points to show you what I mean. So here is him in his costume there. Yeah, once again here, but with the coat on. One more time I'll show you, just split from here. So yeah, you get attached to his kind of costume, and although at different points he wears it differently because he's been to different places, but yeah, you get attached to his kind of thing. The only thing that differs is the fact that he has different points of it on, basically. So at 50 2 here you see that he's still got the same clothes, but just with the jacket and the coat off, which is similar again in Brick, where he doesn't change costume, but what he does do is just, you see him in, there we go, with just wearing the t-shirt with his coat, with him holding his coat, which it just makes this whole link. Right, then. Right, not only is it the costumes which we tried to use and get ideas from and develop, we also used a lot of concepts of the original film noir. Although our film has like modern music and has quite modern concepts, we wanted to use some classic things of film noir. So if you want at 131. Here we are. Here is the Venetian blinds, which I can show you again in Double Indemnity, which is a much more classic film noir. As you can see in this shot, there's lots of Venetian blinds in the background. Yeah, so it's quite an old concept and quite an old film noir. So yeah, you can see that. Then there's one 48. Okay, so here you can see, just one sec. Here is a canted angle on the telephone, and as she picks it up, look, it's got this canted angle there on her on the telephone, which is once again, but yeah, there's a similar kind of thing in the Double Indemnity, where he picks up the telephone and has that to his ear. Then we move on to, we have from about here, we actually used the concept of mirrors and the stairs. So here is the shot of these stairs, and there we use the banisters as almost sort of a cage effect, to make him seem as though it's trapped in what is to come, which I will show you. Here we are in the LA Confidential. In this scene, there's lots of bars and barriers everywhere. There's a prison cell. It makes it seem very caged and what's going to come, and which is similar to what is happening here with George, and with the mirror as well, which is another convention of film noir. Right, then there are very typical conventions of film noir, but we also wanted to show that we were more open to the modern side of it too. So this isn't actually, I'll show you the end section of ours. It is scenes. From about here onwards, yeah, we wanted to bring quite a. I'll play this quite quietly. With the modern music as well, we wanted to. Yeah, that's. We wanted to show this. There's a modern neo-noir aspect to it, but not only that, we wanted to kind of use something which we actually saw on a film it was a documentary called Top Boy, which is not actually a neo-noir or film noir in any way. It's actually quite an urban film based in Hackney in London, but I will show you. I'll pause that there. Boy, and this is the scene we got the inspiration for our final scene from. If you watch it, there is actually very similar shots, and the concept behind it as with being pushed, and the we quite like the idea of me not actually being able to pull the trigger because he's my partner, but the femme fatale having this hold over me, and this hold over, well, both of us really, which makes it so that I pull the trigger, which the concept comes from Top Boy. I'll show you now.
You say that out of my face, will you? The fuck's sake? Say that out of my fucking face, bro. Lee, are you the snake? What do you mean I'm the fucking snake? What's wrong with you? Jay, what are you doing, bro? I'll give you your first plate to show you. Listen, stay that thing on my face. I can't take it no more, bro. Listen, I'll push you on the fucking road. I'll sort you.
So there we are. I will show you that. As you can see there, it's a very dramatic scene. There's nothing cheesy about it or anything like that. And then if you watch ours, the actual shooting section, I'll unmute that. Yeah, so it's quite a similar concept, and we used it because we thought it was very dramatic. We thought we could use the kind of urban concept and put it into the regard of the film noir context, basically. So yeah, that was with that section. Right, I will take you back to the beginning.